Hey girlies and guy pops, it's been a minute since you last saw me, but I'm here. I, I'm looking a little rough. It's been a minute. I had a lot of things going on in my personal life, and I still do, that kind of got in the way of me doing this whole thing. And I got really bitter, if I'm being honest, through the last couple of months, going through some of the stuff that I've been going through. Like, I'm over it. Somebody give me a break, please. Like, I know I started making Overwatch content for a little bit because I do really enjoy that game, and I wanted to get better at it. And I know that some of those videos did get some views, and I greatly appreciate that. But I thought maybe it's time I get back to my roots, huh? It's been a minute since I sat down and did a look, and I think maybe it's time I did that again. So we're just gonna chat, and I'm just gonna do a look. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I pulled a wig out, because my hair is looking rough. Oh, God, even my glasses are dirty. Man, it's July already. I don't know where the months went, honestly. I sound freaking sick, don't I? I also don't have the lights all the way up, so I don't know how good this video footage is gonna be. It's too freaking hot to have all the studio lights on, and my eyeballs need a break. So I had this idea that I'd sit down and I'd just start talking, because I was thinking other creators seem to gain a following because they talk about things relevant to their lives, right? And then I sit here and I'm like, gee, I really don't know what to talk about because my life is full of really messed up shit. And then I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I will sit here and tell you all the messed up shit. So now I'm gonna be like, POV, you're my therapist. Okay? My life is messy, and if you want to know the tea, I don't care. Bring it. So, that being said, disclaimer, I'm going to talk about some stuff. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, though, so I don't know how to disclaimer it. So, the reason... Okay, I'll talk about loss, because that's what's on my mind right now. And the reason July is so tough for me is because it reminds me of the fact that my dad's not around anymore, That's really just why summertime as a whole gets really rough for me, because growing up I didn't see him all year round, but he came home when I was on summer break. And then he died when I was in freshman year of high school. And it didn't really bother me until summer came around. And it continues to bother me every time summer comes around. Because I miss him. And it reminds me of all the things that I don't get to do with him anymore. And it was really weird, in school and stuff, people didn't really know, because I didn't tell anybody, but also, any friends of mine or anything that would come to my house, they wouldn't see him, so they didn't know that he existed, Same with my mother. Found out that she died, too. That's fun. See, I don't know how to make a video and talk about stuff and, not be super bummer, because that's what it is. It's super bummer. And actually, I think that's why I'm doing this, to be honest. When I was 13 or something like that, I saw Face Off, or one of the first seasons of Face Off, whenever that came out. I was still pretty young, and I told my dad, and I was like, I want to do that. And I remember, because Amazon wasn't, the thing it is now. Amazon was kind of new at the time. But he had an account on Amazon, and he's all the way out in California, and he sends me the link, and he's like, okay, I want you to pick out, like, a budget. I don't remember what budget he said, but he's like, okay, I want you to pick out stuff that you need to start doing that. And I remember I bought some scar wax and some liquid latex, and I don't know. I was obsessed with Halloween paint as a kid anyways. Like, anytime Halloween came around, I'd beg my grandma to buy me, like, those little pans of grease face paint. So I think I probably already had some of that around. I just remember that he was like, yeah, I want you to do that. If that's what you want to do, I want you to do that. And this stuff came in the mail, and I started messing around with it. And look at me now. Look at me now. You know, like, I feel close to him if I sit here and do this. Really, I feel close to him just sitting on a computer in general, because he was the first person to, like, show me how to use MS Paint. You know, which sounds ridiculous, but when you live with your grandparents, everything you know is pretty outdated. And then, you know, my dad would come home in the summer and he'd bring a laptop, and, you know, he'd be selling stuff on eBay and working on the internet and all of this stuff that I had no idea anything about at the time. It changed my world, you know? Learning how to send an email, learning how to use a printer. Oh my god. The first printer we ever got, he came home and he's like, you guys need a printer. And they were like, what do we need a printer for? And they were like, I don't know, you just need one. So they went and got one, and it was like giant. These things were huge back at the time. And I don't know, I think it was like over $100 or something like that. Like, it was crazy. And it had like a fax machine and a scanner and the printer and all of that. And, like, we didn't know how to use it. But he hooked it up, and we sat there, and I went on pbs.org, and I accidentally ended up printing out, like, 50 pictures of Booba. If you remember those, like, weird little baby, like, star-shaped fluffy things. And, like, literally the only point of the show is that they would, like, bounce all over the screen and say Booba a lot. Like, it's a show for babies, but, I mean, I was a kid at the time, so. Side note, I just saw a thing where Manny MUA, or I don't know if it was Manny specifically or just his brand, but Lunar Cosmetics has a crossover with Laura Lee, and I was like, oh, so you guys aren't beefing anymore? / are you guys even relevant anymore? Like, if you've been in the makeup community for a hot minute, you'll remember Dramageddon 1 was literally their friendship blowing up. So I don't know why they have a collab together. Like, either they got so irrelevant that they're gonna pair together and try to get some clout, or they just forgot about Dramageddon and all that. Like, I mean, I guess I would too. It's pretty lame at this point, but still. Tangent over. I also don't know what kind of look I'm trying to do. I'm just doing and seeing what comes of it, I guess. So, we're already, like, what, a week and a half into July? My eyebrow did not fully grow in yet from when I put a slit in it. That's so fun. I love fireworks. I love fireworks. I've always loved fireworks. I loved fireworks when I was a kid. When I was really little, my grandfather would take me to the airport at the top of our property that he built. And when you go up there, the fireworks are really far away, but you can see, like, all of them. Does that make sense? Like, you can see all the neighboring towns' fireworks shows go off at the same time, which is nice. And then when I was, like, I don't know, probably 11 or something like that, I finally got to see fireworks up close. And I was like, I'm never going back. Never ever going back. Where you're gonna watch fireworks explode in my face for the rest of my existence. And then when I finally had my driver's license, we went to Bethlehem. And that was a mess, but that was my first time, like, doing anything like that. And I took my grandmother, and I took my boyfriend. And that parking lot isn't even there anymore because they turned it into, like, an event center thing for Music Fest. But, oh, I love that. My hearing just went out, and I hope that I'm not about to freaking pass out on camera, because that would suck ass. But, anyways, so 4th of July came around this year, and I just went, I had kind of a lousy time. My boyfriend and I, we went to a friend's for, like, a little picnic, but it didn't last, like, all day. And then we went to his house, but by the time I got there, I was, like, out of juice, and I passed out, and then I kind of wasted the rest of the time at their house, to be honest, just being out of it and feeling miserable, and then by the time I finally came around, it was time to freaking leave, so that he could wake up for work the next day, because it was on a freaking Tuesday. Dude, why? 4th of July on a Tuesday? I don't remember the last time that happened. So then I was driving home, and I saw fireworks going off, and I remembered. I was like, oh, I used to go see them up here when I was a little kid. So I did that. Even though we don't own that property anymore, I said fuck it and went up there. And it was nostalgic, and it was cute. It just reminded me of, stuff that I used to enjoy. And that's kind of all I've been doing lately, is reminding myself of things that I used to enjoy, because everything else is so miserable. For anybody that's seen that TikTok of mine that went viral, where I was in the hospital, I finally did go for a tilt table test, except the results were inconclusive, because the nurse who was running the test decided that I qualified, but then the doctor that was overseeing it decided that I didn't. So, I don't know if it's classified as POTS or not, to be honest. To be determined, I suppose. But I'm on medications. They make me really tired. I don't do much. I don't really have, like, the energy to go out and do things. I don't have the money to go out and do things. It's kind of just better for everybody that I just stay put. Because if I'm out, I have to be out with somebody, in case I, like, pass out or something. Because if I'm, like, completely alone, then I can't drive home. Or, God forbid, like, I was out with a few friends, and we had gone to Cabela's, and I got so worn out, I freaking passed out on, like, a bench in the middle of the store. And my friends were kind of split off, and they were kind of busy doing other things, and it took people, like, a hot minute to notice that I was not okay. I just feel bad when that happens, because I don't want to be in the way. You know, people are doing things, and then there I am, and I'm sick, and then, like, I put it in a Facebook group of mine to be like, should I even bother anymore? And I actually did get some responses where people were like, could you just not go? And I was like, yeah, but I haven't been out of the house in 2 weeks. Like, literally the only thing I leave the house for is, like, doctor's appointments. And then I come right back. That's it. I feel like a tropical fish. So let's do makeup that reflects feeling like a tropical fish. Ooh, okay. I have an idea, because I like this yellow. I'm gonna dip into this loose pigment for Makeup a Murder. Yeah, there you go. Actually, fun fact, I was using these pigments the other day because I redid my nails. There you go. See? So I did my nails the other day. It takes me so long to do them. I'm glad that they last like a hot minute because it literally took me like 5 hours. Because I had to fill them in and then file them again, reshape them. So the process, like, it's not just painting them, it's like the whole thing that takes forever. Before you ask, I have short nails on this hand because I need a hand to like do things with, like literally anything. Like, oh, you drop your credit card on a flat surface, you can't pick it up with these nails, right? Like, you need nails, short nails to do that with. Opening things, I don't know, anything, you need short nails on one hand to do things with, and that's just works for me. Also, when I'm at the computer, like, if I had claws like this, because it does, like, if I'm typing something, my nails get stuck in the keys, so you don't want that on when you're gaming or something, because this is my keyboard hand, this is my keyboard hand, and this is my mouse hand. I'm just using this tealy shade to transition because I want to do a bright blue outside. And then I have a fun idea for the liner that I may or may not be able to execute. You know what I think is very frustrating? The price of mozzarella sticks. Why do businesses sell mozzarella sticks for like $10 for 4 of them when they buy them in bulk frozen for like $15? I don't understand why they're so expensive. And the really frustrating thing is you can't buy them as an individual unless you're buying them in restaurant quantity sizes. Like, I don't like the breaded mozzarella sticks, right? The ones that, you know, they leave crumbs everywhere and they're breaded with breadcrumbs and they're, I don't know. I don't like them. The ones that I like are the shitty frozen ones that restaurants will deep fry, the battered ones, you know? Those ones are the ones that I like. And you can't find them. Like, they don't sell them in the frozen section at a store. I've checked all the stores. I think Sam's Club might have them, but I don't know if they have them in the store or if they're only online. And the only other option is if I go to, like, the Restaurant Depot and buy, like, a giant box of them. And it's like, okay, like, I like them and I would probably eat them, but I don't really feel like storing a giant box of mozzarella sticks in the freezer. Like, that sounds like a terrible time. No, thank you. But I feel like that's how restaurants get away charging so much, is because, like, you can't buy them anywhere else, so you're just forced to buy them there. And then we're talking about sauces. I have absolutely no idea what freaking marinara sauce I would buy to go with them. Oh, look at how pretty that blue is. Yas. People still say yas? I don't think so. I think that went out. I think that went out with a couple other trends from, like, 6 years ago. Dude, my brain is, like, stuck in time from, like, years ago. Like, I don't think I've processed that years have gone by since, like, COVID happened, you know? Kind of threw a monkey wrench into everybody's plans, but, like, I'm still living in, like, 2019, man. I don't... Why not? Let's use this one. I haven't used this one in a hot minute. I've literally only been using that Wet n Wild foundation that my friends picked out in that video for me, like, years ago. Makeup doesn't expire, don't worry about it. See, this has a yellow undertone. Oh, and it's perfumey. That's why I never use it. It smells like perfume. Ugh. Can we stop making scented facial products, please? Like, I don't Who needs that? Who wants this? This is still the best foundation brush I've ever used. Well, there. At least my skin's all, like, the same color now. I guess. Actually, you know, with that, with the putty primer on, like, the really bad spots, that actually doesn't look terrible. It's actually not the worst I've ever had. Maybe it's just the lighting, too. It's just gonna hide all the mistakes. Have you guys seen that, the MAC jelly gloss stick thing that people have been trying? It looks gorgeous when you use it right, but I see a lot of people reviewing it, and they're like, they crank it, like, all the way out, right? It doesn't go back in, because it's a clicker, so once you click, it doesn't go back in. And they crank, like, way too much of it out, then they go to put it on, and it breaks off, and they're like, this thing sucks. It's because you're literally only supposed to do, like, 1 or 2 clicks. Like, not even have it coming out of the package to the point where you can see it. And then you just do, like, a quick glide across your lips, and it looks really nice when you use it right. But if I'm being honest, I think they do that on purpose. I think the people who make videos, like, I think doing it, and I think they do it wrong on purpose, because then everybody comments, oh my god, you're doing it wrong, and they get more traction on their video, and then they can go back and make another video where they use it correctly, right? Like, I think that's all marketing. I think they do it on purpose. So for, like, all of 5 minutes, I had decided that I was going to post short form content on Facebook. And then I posted a video, like, joking with my grandmother, and I didn't think anybody was going to see it. And then the next thing I know, I have people telling me to go off myself because I was being nasty to my grandma. And it was like, first of all, I wasn't being nasty. Second of all, you don't know anything about my life. Third of all, what a nasty thing to say to somebody. So, never doing that again. So I had an idea for the liner, and now I'm, like, really afraid to do it, but we're gonna try it anyways. Please hold for very much so attention to detail things. So we're gonna do a big wing, like that. That's cute, right? That's cute. We're not done yet, I think. Ooh, now the scary part. Because I wanted to do, like a black and white striping, like a zebra fish. So let me get the white out. Miss Suva, how are you? I've not seen you in a hot minute. Where is my water? Chill. You are itty bitty. See? Itty bitty. Teeny tiny. Okay, that just looks like Adidas racing stripes or something. What is happening? Do I do it all the way across or just end it there? Well, if I put lashes on, you won't see it past that point anyways, I don't think. This feels good though. I haven't done, like, cute makeup in a long time. Wants to do, like, a red smudged under eye. But that's just, because I'm ridiculous. Let's do it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Except this is a very blue-toned red. I feel like it makes my eyes look crazy when I have red under there. Okay. Like, doesn't it do something, like, it does something to the way your eyes look when you do a red under eye. But the reason I did the red is because now I can do white lashes. Kind of does like a faux albino kind of thing, I think. Where it's like your eyes are kind of red, but then you have white lashes. Which looks super pretty. Let me just get a mascara for the top lashes. Actually, I wish I had that pair of false lashes I saw where it has like little hearts on the ends of the lashes. That would look super cute. But I do not, so I cannot. Is there any glue in this bottle anymore, or is it completely scuffed? Oh, no, there's still glue in there. It just got gunky because I haven't used it in a while. I like how I started out talking, like, about a lot of bummer stuff, and then I got sidetracked, and then I didn't feel comfortable going back to that topic again. We love an inconsistent queen. I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what. Like, I know that I'm the one who makes them, right? But, like, I know that I'm okay with, like, sitting here listening to this stuff. But I don't know what other people would want to sit here and listen to. Like, I'm kind of salty right now because my boyfriend went on vacation without me. But what else was he supposed to do? Because I couldn't go. So I couldn't go because I can't function as a human being. And I would have just ruined it for everybody else that went. I actually had a really hard time even just going with them last year, and I wasn't nearly as incapacitated as I am now, so I just picked this random red color to try. It's been a minute since I put lipstick on, and I'm a little out of practice, okay? So don't be mean to me. That's not terrible. I'm okay with that, I think. I just feel like there should be a system in place for, like, orphaned kids that need an adult. Like, you know, it's like, when things are getting kind of rough, I need an adult, but I don't have one. And everybody's like, oh, I don't know, just figure it out. But what do you do when you can't figure it out? Then you're just stuck because there's no one coming to save you. If your car breaks down, but you can't afford AAA to come get you, oh well, you don't have a support system. Nobody's coming to help you. And, those kinds of things are really where I am at a detriment. Not even just, like, the emotional stuff where it's like, oh, you know, if I ever get married, I'm not gonna have a father-daughter dance, or, you know, he didn't see me graduate high school, he's not gonna see me graduate college. If that ever happens. I plan on graduating college someday. Hopefully. But, you know, I know I'm not the only one in my situation, but I know that it's a little more rare to be in my position because I was raised by my grandparents. I still live with my grandmother. And she's getting up there, and I'm gonna have to deal with that, and I don't really know how, you know. It wasn't supposed to be my job, but it is now. Like, I don't know any other 22-year-olds that are making phone calls to the people who make tombstones. That's what we did the other week. We went and looked at tombstones. Who else my age is dealing with that, you know? For real? Don't know. Also, this audio is probably absolutely terrible because I'm looking and, like, it looks like it's really quiet. It's great. I'm gonna make a bad choice and put highlighter on my lips. Yeah, see? I said it was a bad choice. Did it anyways. Because I wanted my lips to shine the same color as my highlight. I mean, I did it, but at what cost? And then just like a toned down blush, I think. I don't know if this video will ever get posted, but this is my caricature of if I had my life together. Maybe. There. That's not terrible, but I don't like the bangs on this wig, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.